The following is a paid issue advertisement.
If the vote count is accurate, then how come the number of voters is different? And if it's not accurate, then why was it certified? We are suing Letitia James and the New York State Board of Elections for a conspiracy against fundamental rights. This is not about who won. It's not about what party. It's about the fact that they don't care about your rights.
Paid for by RealAmerica.vote, a DBA of New York Citizens Audit Civic Fund, Incorporated.
Go to realamerica.vote.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi!
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Anybody going into Park East Synagogue, that's that legendary, beautiful synagogue. I've been in there many times. It's historic. It's a beautiful, incredible place. And the fact that people go in there, whether it's for a funeral like Professor Dershowitz, or they're going in there for whatever the event is, going in to pray, and they can't do it peacefully because New York City can't control its pro-Hamas protesters, or maybe wink, wink, nod, nod, keep going. That seems to be more of the message. Take a listen, because Zoran Mandani, I don't think he said anything today. I was looking all over the place. There was this horrible protest that went on, and he has never put his foot down about these protests. And in fact, if anything, he's bending over backwards to appease these horrible pro-Hamas individuals. I don't even want to call them protesters. I want to call them rioters, because that's really what they're doing. And in a lot of cases, they're trying to get into the door. What would they do if they got inside? What would they do if they got inside a funeral with all these legendary Jewish individuals today? The masked people, with some of them with, sticks. They were pushing and pulling a little girl's hair. What would they have done to an adult if they got into the temple? What would they have done? I chills me to think of what they could have done. And I don't count anything off the table with these monsters. It's horrific. And shame on the mayor for having no guts and no morals when it comes to this issue. And in fact, he's done just the opposite, because he is the one who vetoed the buffer zone. Remember, there was the buffer zone that City Council was talking about at religious institutions. So there would be X amount of room around religious institutions. Nope, he didn't go for that. He also didn't go for it at schools, because he wants these crazy protests on college campuses. He wants these crazy protests outside places like Park East Synagogue. He's applauding, I guess, when somebody is out there outside of Abe Foxman, the Anti-Defamation League head. It was his funeral today. One of the guys who endured the horrors of the Holocaust, and a Polish family actually saved him. And this guy has spent his whole career defending the Jewish people, and he can't even rest in peace at a funeral for him. That is disgusting. So here is Mayor Mandani after the incident that took place also at the Park East Synagogue. Remember last week when all these protesters were out there and people came over to Mandani and said, well, what do you think about these protests? And the best he could do was start pulling out this whole It's First Amendment BS. Take a listen.
Can you assess how you think things went last night at the Park East Synagogue protest? Do you think the police effectively enforced a buffer zone? Is that what essentially happened? And was the right to protest sufficiently protected in your view? And then I have one more question.
Yes, I think that I've made it clear time and time again that we in this city believe in the sacrosanct nature of the right to protest, and also are committed to ensuring that any New Yorker can safely enter or exit from a house of worship, and that access never be in question, while we also protect the First Amendment. And I do believe that the police ensured that yesterday.
We believe in the sacrosanct right to protest, and I guess to terrorize Jewish parishioners? And is there anybody out there that actually thinks if it was outside a mosque that he would feel the same way if there were Jewish protesters outside saying death to Palestinians? You think for a second he would say, oh, that's First Amendment. It's sacrosanct. That's why this is so blatant to me. And it's actually really disgusting, because he said this before when he was running, And we talked about it. I said, this is dangerous. This rhetoric is dangerous. This individual is dangerous. And I think a lot of people thought, oh, he's just saying that. He can't mean it. No, he does. He means it, and he's doubling and tripling down. So then in that same breath, not only did he say that it's sacrosanct and it's First Amendment, he also then, in his next breath, tried to sort of somehow say his hate for Israel is not anti-Semitic. He went and blasted Israel. So not only is he like cheering on the protesters, he's also throwing Israel under the bus. So it's pretty clear where this guy's mind's at. And I cannot believe he's the mayor of an American city. Here he is slamming Israel yet once again.
And as you talk about ways to prevent anti-Semitism, I noticed yesterday that when you put out a statement about the protest, in advance of the protest, you noted that you agreed with the protesters. You've weighed in on the subject of Israel in a couple of other ways and recent ways. And I just wonder whether, are you considering whether you personally putting your views about Israel out there is in any way fueling anti-Semitism in the city? Do you ever think maybe you should just not weigh in or just not bring it up?
I think that critique of the policies of a government are very much separate from bigotry towards the people of a specific religious faith. And there is no tolerance for anti-Semitism. There is no tolerance for hatred of Jewish New Yorkers, which we have seen time and time again, whether it be in the graffiti of swastikas on a number of homes across Queens recently. And I've also been clear to New Yorkers my honest opinions about the fact that when we have a real estate expo that is promoting the sale of land, which includes the sale of land in occupied West Bank in settlements that are a violation of international law, that is something that I firmly disagree with, and that I also believe that many New Yorkers firmly disagree with, because it has been at the heart of an ongoing effort to displace Palestinians from their homes.
So I have no problem slamming Israel. I have no problem throwing Israel under the bus, but that's not anti-Semitic. I love everybody. I mean, this is just, it is remarkable in 2026 that somebody is a mayor of an American city making those statements.
77 WABC and Bergen Newbridge Medical Center honor the life of legendary broadcaster and our friend, Ernie Anastas.
Hi, it's Ernie Anastas. You know, your thoughts can affect how you feel. Bergen Newbridge Medical Center is the largest hospital in New Jersey, providing comprehensive, equitable, compassionate, and high-quality emergency inpatient and outpatient medical care, plus mental health services and substance use disorder treatment. The Bergen Newbridge team can address your total health needs in one convenient location. Call 201-225-7130 for an appointment or newbridgehealth.org.